With this crown, I declare you our sovereign. All hail the king! I, Esdras, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number, and they all praised the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, with songs. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. Receive this crown as a blessing from the Most High. May your reign be just and prosperous. So I asked the angel, and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. With this crown, I bestow upon you the legacy of our people. Rule wisely. Now are they crowned, and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. With this crown, I charge you to lead our people with wisdom and strength. All hail the new king. Hail! Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way, and tell my people what manner of things, and how great wonders of the Lord thy God thou hast seen. I now crown you king. All hail the new king. Long live the king!
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. No more honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing and salutation to the whole lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. All right, and what I want to go into today, is respond, to the video, I seen on YouTube, all right, from this guy, Anton Dames. Now, the hell with that guy, but the content, on this video, is, information that we should be aware about, as the scriptures say. Matter of fact, let's start off there, and we always get it. Okay, because we in the times now, this society, as we, await, the Lord to judge this place is getting worse. Okay, the people are getting more degenerate. All right, it's getting more violent, more lewdness. All right, more sickness. Okay, is abounding in the earth. Okay, this is a sick world. Okay, and let's go here. Into Sirach. All right, chapter 5. Let's go here to the book of, Sirach. All right, chapter 5, I believe verse 15. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 15. It says, "Be not ignorant of anything in a great or small matter." All right, and we're in the season of being circumspect. Things are speeding up. More things are happening at the same time. All right, and this is a drastically changing world that we're in. You know, it seems like things, at one time, uh, you had the era of the 80s, the 90s, and early 2000s, and each decade had its own, spirit. But now it's like every year has its own spirit. The way things are moving. Now it's 2023, 2024, 2025. Like it's a different spirit for the year. All right. And things are drastically changing. And we have to be aware, what's going on, being mindful. All right. Being tapped into this, dying to this world, because this world is, like I said, it's a sick world. It's a lewd world. Okay. Remember, this place is becoming more and more satanic. Until the Lord destroys this place, all right, this place is going to become more and more, all right, satanic, man. Okay, we have to be mindful of that. You see, so that's why the Lord is requiring us, to move different, to constantly make adjustments, to switch things up, man. Because you know, uh, like I say, we're in the world, okay, that's full of death, man. Okay, you read Ephesians 5 and 15, it says, "So be careful how you live. Don't live like fools." This is in the NLT. "Don't live like fools, but like those who are wise." Okay, and there's no sense of having all this wisdom, okay, and still being simple in our day to day. That's defeat the whole purpose, man. Okay, you see, we got everything at stake. See, these people are out here with nothing to lose. Okay, and as this society continues to break down, these people have less to lose. They're gonna become more reckless. Okay, and we have to understand this generation. Okay, of adults that's coming to age. All right, they've been enchanted way worse than the generation. Before them. You see, this is a very reckless generation that Esau Edom, has social engineered in the earth. Through his enchantments, through chemical and psychological warfare. Okay, so we really have to be, all right, wise, man. We have to be strategic how we move, and we have to be disciplined, man. Discipline, the Lord is requiring more discipline from us, man. You know, and it says, verse 16 said, "Make the most of every opportunity in these evil days, man, and make the most of every opportunity, to separate from this world, man. All right, to add more discipline, okay, to walk in wisdom. We should be increasing, okay, in things pertaining to salvation, man. Remember, we got incorruptible crowns at stake. As Apostle Paul spoke of how, certain athletes will go through rigorous training and rigorous discipline, okay, to win, a competition, okay. But how much more should we apply discipline and restraint as we have incorruptible crowns at stake, man? Okay, verse 17, it says, "Don't act thoughtlessly." Don't act thoughtlessly, but understand what the Lord wants you to do, man. And we have to be more tuned in into the assignment that the Lord has us on, man. And the Lord has us on assignment, okay? And we've been called into this thing. The Lord has put us on an assignment, okay? And the more we tap into Yahweh Shema Shai, the more we understand our assignment. And when we understand our assignment, it keeps us occupied and out the way. Okay, let these people have this shit, man. This shit here is getting on some more shit, man. Like I got a video, I want to get into. All right, but these people, they getting on some more shit, man. I'm gonna go to Proverbs 2. All right, and then we're gonna get this video, man. Okay, this is a decaying world, man. The world is deteriorating, man. Okay, this is Proverbs, okay, 2:10. It says, "For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will fill you with joy." Wise choices, all right, will watch over you. Understanding will keep you safe. Wise choices will watch over you. Understanding will keep you safe. Okay, so because we speak about being kings and this and that and lock but we got to have elite decision making. Okay, we got to have elite decision making in these times. Okay, and I said, of course, we're not perfect. We got slip ups. You have simple moments, but your simple moment can't see a simple moment now can be drastic. Okay, we might have a hiccup a little, here or there. Okay, but there's certain things that we to the point that you can't be simple. There's certain things that we can't be simple in, man. Okay, and we have to apply discipline in this world, man. Okay, this is a very undisciplined, okay, indulgence, okay, off balance, society, man. But the wisdom gives us discipline. Wisdom gives us restraint. Wisdom gives us balance, man. Okay, so I want to go here. I'm gonna play this quick video. Okay, um, all right. So this guy Anton Dane's in the hell with him. You know, um, because he makes some points. But he speaks from a perspective, of America continuing on. All right, he has like a Republican, type demeanor. He's like a niggas for Trump type. He's all about the bag and things of this world. He makes good points every now and then, but overall, all right, he's done. He's through. This guy. Okay, his hope is in this world. Okay, but we're gonna just deal with some of this content. All right, and as a warning, as an admonishment, for myself first and foremost, man. Okay, well let's play this real quick because the thing is, you have an uptick on diseases, man. Okay, and the devil, okay, he has set, okay, people up for failure, with these medicines. And see, we're gonna get into it. But this devil, instead of wise, okay, judgment from Esau Edom, okay, he creates a loophole for people to be even more reckless. Okay, so let's play this real quick. Play a few minutes of it, and then we're gonna get back to some precepts.
This girl just said her mom used to work in medical records, and she said the amount of people that come through the doctor office that get tested is the numbers is beyond high. She goes into details and she says it's multiple people with STDs, STIs, HIV, AIDS. And she said her mom said something ain't right. What's going on, y'all? What what is going on out here? Because she was like, they coming in there left and right, dripping with sores. Like it at this point, y'all, I don't know. It cause I this 2025 has been a hell of a year. And from the numbers what these people are saying, Texas, Louisiana, Atlanta, what? Something ain't right. Something is not right. Something is going on, y'all. It have to be something because it's something is not adding up. What's going on?
With AI,
you can create any character you want in seconds.
this used to require huge Hollywood budgets, complex software.
And this is for entertainment purpose. This is nothing harmful. This is for entertainment.
Let me tell you what's happening is that everybody is sleeping with everybody and nobody is using a rubber. And when you talk to a lot of people that's in the culture and what's happening in society, what's really playing out is nobody is taking accountability and everybody is just seeing it through. And I also believe that the promotion of these drugs from the culture, prep, and all of this stuff is giving people a false sense of it's okay, you can rock with it, it's not going to hurt you, you'll be fine, don't worry about it. I think that that is also creating this false narrative in the culture and in society that it's okay to do, and it's not okay to do. And people are suffering, people are dying, people are catching diseases and drugs, and they have to live off of this stuff for the rest of their life. And it's not a move, it's not cool. And so what's really happening is we're over sexualized. We also like porn, and we promote it through our music. We promote it through the internet. It's so easily acceptable. And so when it comes to real interactions, it's leading to diseases. ED is leading to so many different problems, even detachment when you do get into a sexual situation. So y'all just got to be careful, bro. Y'all got to be careful. It's so many different people that's warning us, nurses, practitioners, doctors, the statistics and the data, and all of the cities that she named are predominantly black. That's the crazy part about it.
And just to say this, like I said, he made a few little points, but he said that drug, came from the culture. Well, we know that drug that he's talking about, prep. All right, we're gonna get into that. Where that comes from Esau, man. Now Jake is, all right, absolutely okay, responsible for how reckless they've become. Because Esau has detached all responsibility, all right, from sex. Sex is just a sport. He has turned sex into a sport. All right. When you look at our people, okay, sex is just a sport now. It's not linked to family, it's not linked to marriage, it's not linked to legacy, it's not linked to responsibility, it's not linked to any of those things that the Lord intended it for. Okay. Our people are Greeked out. Okay. So you just have the culture becoming more and more filthy. All right, alphabet. And then you can't forget about the juice, the juice, which, there's no telling what effects that juice is having. Jake is full of the juice. All right, you got the alphabet culture, and it's just a cluster of sin, iniquity. This is what iniquity leads to. This is what iniquity leads to, man. Sin on top of sin on top of sin, filth on top of filth on top of filth. Okay, this is why we're told, and I'm gonna go back to this video. Let's get a few precepts. Okay, that's why we're instructed. Okay, I'm saying, hey, brothers, be mindful. Okay, we're not in. This ain't 5 years ago. This ain't 10 years ago. This is different. Okay, brothers, be mindful. Okay, it's different out there now. You see, and this is why the Lord allowed us a grace period to grow in discipline, man. All right. This is let's go here. This in the KJV. Okay. It's Micah 2:10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." Okay, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword destruction. Okay, this place is polluted, man. Okay, we have to understand that this place is polluted. Okay, this is a filthy world. Okay, and there's no telling what people are doing, man. You see what Jake doing with fringes on. Okay, so what you think is happening? Okay, you see in the world, Jake is wilding out with fringes on, man. Okay, so what do you think is happening amongst? All right, you see the neighborhood, the community. that niggas talk about, man. What the hell you think is happening in the community, man? Okay, that's why there's no, people ain't really talking about Diddy like that, because that's normal. There's a lot of Diddy's out. Diddy is normal now. Okay, that's why it ain't such a big uproar about particular things, because, hey, it's nasty out there, man. Okay, this is a polluted, filthy society, man. Okay, you have to remember, is we've been separated for this world to live, man. We've been separated to our power to live. Okay, this is crazy, man. Okay, and it gets worse. When we get into this whole thing with the prep. Okay, but we have to understand. All right, let's go here. Let's go back to the video. Play a little more than we get into these precepts. All right, let's play a little more of this. This
Hello, my name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to you joining us.
A lot of y'all think HIV and AIDS is a joke now because they got these commercials that's saying, you could take a medicine
And celebrities.
and you don't even show that you got it. But see, look, they don't tell you all the side effects of that medication. You're sick most of the time. They don't show that on the commercial. So they really took like the fear away from AIDS from people, like they cured it, but they ain't cured it. AIDS is still a very deadly disease. So they're making y'all really, lax on it lately because y'all they got these commercials where they say you can go undetectable. But you still need their medication in order to survive. So the moment they stop giving you the medication, let's say something happened in the world and the government say, hey, we're not providing that medicine for you no more. Your ass is grass. You're totally dependent on the fucking world to keep you healthy.
Yep. Let them not have no medicine, you dead.
So no, I'm not mad about no man while I'm saying this. Because the way y'all just playing around with sex, like it's just no big deal.
I think that we're being punished, honestly, as a culture and a society. I believe that a lot of this is punishment for not really doing what we were supposed to do.
And there's a punishment. Now, he don't fully understand, but this is a punishment, man. And this is, going out of the way of the serpent. Okay? This is the results of the doctrine of the serpent, man. Do as thou wilt. So she's talking about this certain drug. Okay, what you're gonna get, but I want her to go into the side effects. Okay, dealing with, say she had a homeboy that was on. Let's see.
What's happening?
And you making a life decision. Sex is a life decision. Somebody can deposit something in your body for that 5 minutes of pleasure. Now you stuck with something for life.
For the rest of your life, yeah.
So no, I ain't mad about no nigga. I ain't got no nigga right now because I'm scared of AIDS. So y'all might want to think about that. You sick as a dog. I had a friend that was on that medication. Sick. He was sick every 3 to 4 days. Just sick. He'd wake up just vomiting. Can't stop from the medicine. So just know that. All y'all out here just fucking
And that's the gist of it, And let's go to that drug that they're talking about. All right. And this is not medical information. Okay, just describing. Okay. Describing the product. Okay. This is not, medical information. All right. But this drug PrEP, all right, or pre-exposure uh prophylaxis, if I'm saying it right, is a highly effective medication that HIV negative people at risk of HIV exposure can take to prevent infection. This is madness, man. Okay, do you know how crazy this is? Let's keep reading this. It said it is available as a once daily pill or as an injectable medication, all right, given by healthcare provider every other month. PrEP works by preventing the virus from establishing an infection in the body, all right, and if exposure occurs, okay, so this just another loophole for people to be reckless. Okay, you had the abortion, you can get your tube ties, you got, birth control pills, and now, you have, all right, these STDs. Now you got the PrEP. It's just another loophole. Instead of, all right, him promoting, all right, marriage. And this is the thing too, to you people that lost your damn, that lose your damn mind when you talk about marriageable age. Okay, when you talk about the protocol, what will happen? Okay, in the situation of grape, we had a law in place. Okay, for particular things, you had marriageable age. Okay, women will be married off and be a wife and be a family. Okay, case of grape. All right, either the man would be put to death if the woman was betrothed and she hollered out. If she didn't holler out and she was betrothed, both of them be out of there. Okay, and if she wasn't betrothed, okay, guess what? He got a wife now, and that's a family. Okay, but look at the devil. Look at what he got out here. Okay, like I said, birth control, your tubes tied, abortion. Okay, now this PrEP. Okay, he goes above and beyond for you to remain reckless, to destroy yourself. You see, but we bring up marriageable age, and oh man, we get ran off the earth. It says how PrEP works. It says PrEP medications work by blocking the virus from replicating inside CD4 cells, which prevent the virus from spreading. When taking a prescribed PrEP, when taken as prescribed, PrEP reduces the risk of getting, all right, HIV from sex by about 99%. For people who inject drugs, it reduces the risk of HIV by at least 74%. Man, this is crazy, man. Okay, and oh boy, he has our people so comfortable with death. And I know, it affects other races too. Okay, but you have to understand these things, or these different diseases was created just to destroy Jake's immune system. Okay, and guess who was at the forefront of, all right, the H to the I to the V epidemic? Guess who's okay at the forefront of it? The one and only Fauci. Okay, the one and only Fauci was at the forefront of that. Okay, and there was nothing but more chemical warfare against Jake. You see? So when you go down, it says who should consider PrEP. It said people with a sexual partner who has HIV. This is crazy, man. Like, this is normal. So you just got a regular, Oh boy. It said people who don't consistently use condoms during sex, people who have been diagnosed with an STD in the past 6 months, people who inject drugs and share needles or other equipment, anyone who is sexually active and has a high risk of HIV exposure. Man, it's crazy out here, man. You know, it's crazy out here, man. That's why I said I'm not even, you know, I'm not even in. I used to coach. Then I was in the press box. But now I'm not even in the arena no more, man. You see, this is absurd. You see, so we in the time now, brothers, where we gotta apply maximum discipline, man. Okay, we talk about being the king. Well, the beginning of being the king is what? Let's get this, man. Okay. We men, we got urges, man. With no, man, just hey, be mindful. Okay, we almost there, man. The brother, hey, the Lord putting things together, man. Be patient. Okay, this ain't the time to be reckless. You see, when you go to Wisdom of Solomon, okay, chapter 6, okay, the foundation, being a king or being a ruler, a judge. Okay. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 17 said, For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. Okay? So the beginning of wisdom, the beginning of becoming a king, a judge, a ruler is discipline. We gotta move with standards and operate off standards, man. Okay? This ain't the time, all right, hey, to be, we are not in them time. It's different out here. Okay? It says, and love is the keeping of her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption, and incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High. Okay? Now imagine if law was set up or adultery was punished severely. Okay? You didn't have to have the penicillin and all that in the ancient world. Okay? This is problems under the serpent where you got this madness going on. With structure, you have to worry about these things. Okay, if everybody just had their own women, you won't have to worry about these things, man. Okay, every man just had his own women. Okay, now we're starting to see why the laws make so much sense. Okay, that's something we should be seeing more and more by the day. These laws make sense. Okay, it said, therefore, the desire of wisdom bring it to a kingdom, man. Okay, and the desire of wisdom bring it to a kingdom, and wisdom is coupled with what? Discipline. Okay, verse 21 it says, if your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom, that ye may reign forevermore. Okay, and how do you honor wisdom? By applying it. Okay, you honor wisdom by applying it, man. And we have our expectation and desires, have to elevate above this world. Okay, and the Lord is requiring more from us, man. Okay, and that's in every category: more discipline, more labor. Be more brotherly, be more selfless in these times, man. The Lord is just requiring more from us all the way around. Okay, so let's go here. Let's get this in the AMP. We'll finish it out here. All right, this is the book of Colossians 3 and 1. It says, therefore, if you have been raised with Hamashiach to a new life, all right, sharing his resurrection from the dead. Keep seeking the things that are above, where Yahweh Shah is seated at the right hand of the Most High, man. And we should have a desire that's above this world, since Yahweh Shah has been resurrected in us, man. Okay, like I say, we don't have this wisdom. We don't have all this wisdom to go crash out over lust, man. Okay, be mindful. Verse 2, set your mind and keep focus habitually on the things above, the heavenly things, all right, not on things that are on the earth, which have only temporal, all right, value. For you died to this world, and your new real life is hidden with Yahweh Shai, all right, in the Most High. Okay, so all the mix with this world, man, is different out there, man. We have something better to look forward to. And whatever situation that the Lord got you in, hey, just chill, man. You got your little situation, chill. And you brothers that don't have women, that still give you a license to be reckless, man. Okay, it's different out there. All right, it says when Yahweh Shai, who is our life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory. So put to death and deprive of power the evil longings, okay, of your earthly body. All right, with this central self-centered instincts, immorality, impurity, sinful passion, evil desires, and greed, which is a kind of idolatry because it replaces your devotion to the Most High, man. So we can't be, just saturated in this world, man. Overcome, by certain desires and impulses, man. This ain't the time to be impulsive. Okay? Hey, pray for what you need, man. Pray for what you need. This ain't the time, like I say, okay? This ain't 2000 and, and 3. It says, because of these sinful things, the divine wrath of the Most High is coming on the sons of disobedience, those who fail to listen and who routinely and obstinately disregard the Most High's precept. To see, this is a punishment of all this sickness and filth. It's just a punishment of sin. This is a punishment of just pure wickedness and defilement and following the serpent. Let these people, hey, stay out these people way as much as possible, man. It says in these things, all right, you also once walked when you were habitually living in them without the knowledge of Hamashiach. But now rid yourself completely of these things: anger, rage, malice, slander, and obscene, abusive, filthy, vulgar language from your mouth. Do not lie to one another. You have stripped off, all right, the old self with its evil practices, and now put on the new spiritual self, who is being continually renewed in the true knowledge and the image of him who created, all right, the new self, man. Okay. Nah, man, we transcended in this world, man. Okay, the lust and the filth of it, man. We should be transcending into Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, and not caught up in this madness, man. So that was the point. Just wanted to tap into that. Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters edified, man. A polluted world. Be careful out here, man. Till next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Abba, soon, Shalom.